Urgent energy update. The Capricorn Moon is rising on 15 May 2024 25, and its intense, grounding energy is already starting to shift the collective atmosphere. This isn't just any moon, it's a cosmic checkpoint, urging us to face reality, structure our lives, and get serious about our long-term path. But be warned, with this powerful Earth sign moon comes emotional coolness, pressure to perform, and the risk of pushing yourself too hard or shutting down entirely. This energy is not something to take lightly. There are specific things you must avoid during this lunar shift if you want to stay aligned and not spiral into burnout, cold decision-making, or unnecessary conflict. Let's dive into what not to do during the Capricorn Moon and how to stay grounded without getting stuck. Stay with me. And don't forget to comment the keyword I give you at the end of each section to lock in your awareness and connect with others feeling this shift too. Don't ignore emotional boundaries. The Capricorn Moon on May 15, 2024 brings in a heavy wave of structure, seriousness, and emotional restraint. Capricorn energy is ruled by Saturn, the planet of discipline, karma, and hard-earned lessons. And when the moon passes through this sign, our emotional landscape becomes colder, quieter, and more tightly controlled. This isn't the time for emotional overwhelm, oversharing, or pushing anyone, including yourself, to be more vulnerable than they're ready to be. You might feel a strong urge to shut down, keep things professional, or put your emotions in a box so you can focus on getting things done. That might feel efficient, but here's the truth. Ignoring emotional boundaries during this shift is a spiritual setup for burnout, resentment, and inner disconnect. Capricorn energy values respect, and that includes respecting personal space, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. Don't push people to talk, don't demand closure, don't chase emotional validation from someone who's clearly not in a place to give it. And above all, don't guilt yourself for needing solitude, time, or space to process. You may notice people pulling away, going silent, or acting colder than usual. Don't take it personally. This moon is about internal realignment. We are being asked to redefine what safety and structure feel like in our emotional world. Tip: use this time to build emotional clarity within, rather than searching for answers outside of you. Set boundaries with grace, step back when needed, and don't feel bad for putting your own healing and energetic hygiene first. Comment the word boundaries if you're protecting your energy and learning not to take emotional distance personally during this shift. Avoid overworking yourself. Why hustle culture crashes hard under Capricorn Moon energy. When the Capricorn Moon arrives, it awakens the part of us that wants to grind, to work harder, push longer, and achieve more. Capricorn is the zodiac's ultimate hard worker, ruled by Saturn, the planet of discipline, responsibility, and long-term mastery. At first glance, this sounds like exactly what you need: motivation, drive, and focus. But here's the catch. The Capricorn Moon doesn't just inspire ambition. It demands you do it the right way, which can easily tip into perfectionism, over-responsibility, and burnout. You may notice this shift creeping in like a slow fog. The voice in your head says, "If I rest, I'm lazy." You start taking on more than you can realistically handle, convincing yourself that exhaustion is proof of progress. The line between dedication and obsession blurs until you can't see it anymore. You push your body, your mind, and your spirit beyond their natural limits, ignoring warning signs because the work must get done. This is the shadow of Capricorn Moon energy, and it's a silent saboteur. The truth is, Capricorn energy is about building lasting foundations, but those foundations crumble if built on stress and depletion. Saturn rewards consistent, sustainable effort, not frantic bursts that leave you hollow and spent. Burnout during this moon is more than just physical tiredness. It's a spiritual warning that your soul is out of alignment. It's the universe telling you, slow down, respect your limits. Rest is part of the process. Ignoring this message can lead to physical exhaustion or illness, emotional numbness, creative blocks, relationship strain, feeling stuck or overwhelmed despite working harder than ever. And here's the kicker. Pushing harder in these moments often sets you back rather than moves you forward. What to do instead? Listen deeply to your body and mind. Are you running on adrenaline or genuine energy? Prioritize quality over quantity. It's better to do fewer things well than everything halfway. Schedule real rest, not just breaks. True rest resets your nervous system, your creativity, and your clarity. Set clear boundaries around work and personal time. Don't let urgent tasks creep into your sacred downtime. Reflect on your motives. Are you working hard because you love what you do, or because you're afraid to slow down and face what's underneath? Remember, Capricorn energy is powerful when balanced. It's your ally in building lasting success, not your enemy to push you into the ground. Tip: use this moon's energy to create a sustainable rhythm. Build your empire brick by brick, but don't burn the bricks in the fire of exhaustion. Comment the word balance if you're committing to honoring your limits and choosing mindful effort over non-stop hustle during this Capricorn moon. Resist the urge to control everything. When the Capricorn moon rises, it brings a strong undercurrent of discipline, structure, and control. You might suddenly feel the need to tighten everything in your life: your schedule, your finances, your emotions, your relationships, even the way others behave. That desire to control isn't random. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of boundaries, karma, and time. It teaches us to take responsibility, build wisely, and respect reality. But when this energy gets distorted, especially under a charged lunar phase, it shifts from empowerment to rigidity. You may feel like if you don't take full control right now, things will spiral. You may feel unsafe in uncertainty. You may try to grip your goals, your relationships, or your path so tightly that you end up choking the flow of life itself. Here's the truth no one likes to admit. Control is fear pretending to be strength. The need to dominate, define, or dictate outcomes comes from a deep place of insecurity, from the part of us that doesn't trust life to hold us unless we're forcing it to behave a certain way. And under the Capricorn moon, that control energy is amplified. You might try to fix or manage other people's emotions, become obsessed with timelines or productivity, get frustrated when things aren't progressing fast enough, feel like backing off is weakness, like surrender equals failure. But here's what this moon is actually trying to teach you. You are not meant to control everything. You are meant to co-create. You are meant to respond wisely, not react out of fear. You are meant to listen, adapt, and align, not dominate every detail. This isn't about giving up. It's about stepping into right alignment. Sometimes the greatest act of power is to say, I don't need to have it all figured out right now. I trust that what's meant for me will unfold, even if I can't see how yet. Let go of the false peace that comes from control. Trade it for the real peace that comes from trust. Tip: instead of controlling the outcome, get clear on your intention. Show up, stay present, move with care, but don't strangle the process. Remember, control can block the very blessings you're asking for. If you want freedom, you have to make space for it. Comment the word surrender if you're ready to release the tension, stop forcing outcomes, and move with trust through this Capricorn moon energy. Don't make major life decisions in a cold frame of mind. The Capricorn moon on May 15th, 2025 doesn't deal in softness. It doesn't hold your hand through emotional storms. It makes you walk through them with quiet grit. It's the moon of responsibility, structure, and cold realism. And that's exactly why, during this energy, you must be very careful not to make major life decisions from a shut-down, emotionless place. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of karma, maturity, and tough love. It teaches us about boundaries, legacy, and what's real. But when Saturn's energy takes over emotionally, especially in a moon phase, we tend to go numb. We retreat into our heads. We over-rationalize. We strip everything down to logic and what makes sense on paper. And that's the trap. You begin to think that detachment is clarity, that distance is insight. You feel done, fed up, checked out, emotionally flat. And from that flatness, you might start making decisions that seem smart, but are actually coming from emotional exhaustion, not true alignment. Let me be clear, this isn't the time to end a relationship because you feel nothing in this moment of stress. Quit a job because your drive has temporarily frozen. Cut ties, cancel plans, or walk away from things you've spent years building, just because you're tired and can't feel anything right now. This moon creates an illusion that cold equals clear. But that's not clarity. That's shutdown. That's burnout. That's emotional self-protection dressed up as rational thought. Capricorn energy rewards discipline, but it punishes impulsivity disguised as control. Here's what this moon is really asking of you: to pause and reflect, not react. To observe your feelings, even if they're quiet or hidden. To let the emotional fog clear before you make permanent moves. To trust that stillness is not the same as stagnation. This moon is a checkpoint, not a cliff. Instead of making irreversible choices, take time to journal, rest, go inward. Let your inner voice speak, not just the voice of fear, frustration, or fatigue. Because here's the truth: if it's meant to end, it still will, after you've had time to feel. If it's meant to shift, it'll be clear when you're emotionally present, not just mentally over it. Let your heart thaw before you decide. Tip: clarity comes when you're centered, not when you're cold. So take the pressure off. You don't need to have it all figured out during a temporary emotional eclipse. You just need to honor the pause. Comment the word pause if you're choosing stillness over rash decisions, and allowing your heart time to speak during this Capricorn moon.